Ever wondered how electric vehicles stack up against their traditional counterparts? In an era where electric vehicles are gaining traction, we'll delve into their cost, maintenance, and environmental impact. Stay tuned to explore the world of electric vehicles and understand their impact on your wallet and the environment. First up, let's talk money. How does the cost of electric vehicles compare with traditional ones? The age-old adage, "You get what you pay for," holds true when it comes to electric vehicles. When viewed from the lens of upfront costs, electric vehicles often come with a higher price tag compared to their traditional counterparts. The cutting-edge technology, high-capacity batteries, and the cost of research and development all contribute to this initial investment. However, it's vital to look beyond the sticker price and consider the total cost of ownership. This is where electric vehicles start to shine. With an electric vehicle, you say goodbye to frequent gas station visits. The cost of electricity needed to charge an electric vehicle is significantly less than the cost of fuel for a traditional car. This difference can translate into substantial savings over the lifetime of the vehicle. Next up, maintenance. The simplicity of electric vehicles, fewer moving parts, no oil changes, no exhaust systems, means they often have lower maintenance costs. Traditional cars with their complex internal combustion engines require frequent servicing and part replacements, which can add up over time. So while electric vehicles might require a larger upfront investment, the ongoing running costs are often significantly lower. Let's also consider the potential for government incentives. Many countries offer substantial rebates and tax credits for electric vehicle ownership, which can help offset the initial purchase price. These incentives are designed to encourage the adoption of cleaner, greener transportation options and can make electric vehicles a more cost-effective choice. It's also worth noting that the cost of electric vehicles is on a downward trend. As technology continues to evolve and economies of scale kick in, we can expect these prices to become even more competitive in the coming years. So, while you might have to shell out more initially, an electric vehicle could be a smart financial decision in the long run. This isn't just about dollars and cents though. By choosing an electric vehicle, you're investing in a sustainable future, and that's a decision that pays off in more ways than one. Moving on to maintenance, are electric vehicles more or less demanding than their petrol or diesel counterparts? Well, let's dive into that. When it comes to maintenance, electric vehicles have a bit of an edge. This is largely due to their simplified mechanics. You see, an electric vehicle has far fewer moving parts compared to a traditional petrol or diesel vehicle. There's no engine, no exhaust system, no radiator, no fuel injection system, and no complicated transmission to worry about. Instead, the heart of an electric vehicle is its battery and electric motor. These components, while complex in their own right, are relatively low maintenance. For instance, an electric motor requires no oil changes, and there are no spark plugs or belts to replace. This simplicity reduces the overall wear and tear, which in turn minimizes the need for regular upkeep. But what about the battery, you might ask? Well, modern electric vehicle batteries are designed to last for a long time. Most manufacturers offer warranties that cover the battery for 8 to 10 years, or for a certain number of miles, usually in the 100,000s. And while it's true that a battery may eventually need to be replaced, advancements in technology are continually pushing that timeline further into the future. Of course, electric vehicles aren't entirely maintenance-free. Certain elements like the tires, brake system, and air conditioning still require regular attention. But even then, regenerative braking used in electric vehicles reduces wear on the brake pads, extending their life. What does this mean for you? Well, fewer parts and less maintenance translate to cost savings. There are fewer things that can go wrong, fewer parts to replace, and less time spent in the repair shop. And who doesn't like the sound of that? So, while maintenance might seem like a mundane topic, it's an important factor to consider when weighing up the pros and cons of electric versus traditional vehicles. With lower maintenance needs, an electric vehicle could save you both time and money. Now let's turn to the environment. How do electric vehicles compare with traditional ones in terms of their environmental impact? When we talk about environmental impact, the first thing that often comes to mind is emissions. The carbon dioxide and other pollutants that vehicles release into the atmosphere. Traditional vehicles powered by internal combustion engines are notorious for their emissions. Every time you turn the key in the ignition, your vehicle starts burning petrol or diesel, releasing carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas that contributes to climate change and other pollutants that affect our air quality. Electric vehicles, on the other hand, produce zero tailpipe emissions. That's right, zero. When you're driving an electric vehicle, there's no exhaust pipe spewing out harmful pollutants. But does this mean electric vehicles have no environmental impact? Well, not quite. Electric vehicles do have an environmental footprint, particularly when it comes to their batteries. The production of lithium-ion batteries, which power most electric vehicles, requires a significant amount of energy and raw materials. Some of these materials, like lithium and cobalt, are extracted from the earth in processes that can lead to environmental degradation and pollution. Additionally, at the end of their life, these batteries need to be disposed of or recycled in a way that doesn't harm the environment. However, it's important to put this into perspective. Yes, the production and disposal of electric vehicle batteries do have an environmental impact, but when compared to the lifetime emissions of a traditional vehicle, including both the production of the vehicle and the emissions from burning fossil fuels, electric vehicles generally come out ahead. And here's another point to consider: the source of the electricity used to charge electric vehicles. If this electricity comes from burning fossil fuels, then the environmental benefit of electric vehicles is somewhat diminished. But when electric vehicles are charged using renewable energy sources like wind or solar power, their environmental impact can be significantly lower. What's more, as technology evolves, we're seeing improvements in both battery production and disposal. More efficient processes are being developed to extract the raw materials needed for batteries, and methods for recycling batteries are becoming more effective. These advancements are further reducing the environmental impact of electric vehicles. So, while electric vehicles aren't completely green, they're definitely a shade greener than their traditional counterparts. The shift to electric vehicles is a key part of our transition to a more sustainable form of transport. It's a move that not only benefits our wallets, but also our planet. So, when it comes to the environment, electric vehicles seem to have the upper hand. To wrap up, let's summarize what we've learned about electric vehicles. This journey has taken us through the broad avenues of cost comparisons, maintenance matters, and environmental impact. Each of these aspects plays a crucial role in our understanding of the electric vehicle industry. Firstly, we plunged into the cost comparisons between electric vehicles and their gasoline counterparts. We learned that while the upfront cost of electric vehicles may be higher, the long-term savings on fuel and maintenance can make them a more cost-effective choice over time. The cost of running an electric vehicle is significantly lower due to the efficiency of electric engines and the lower price of electricity compared to fossil fuels. Next, we ventured into the realm of maintenance. Electric vehicles, with their fewer moving parts and no need for oil changes, typically require less routine maintenance than traditional vehicles. This not only saves money but also time, a valuable commodity in today's fast-paced world. Then, we explored the environmental impact of electric vehicles. They are not only quieter, reducing noise pollution, but they also emit zero tailpipe emissions. This makes them a more eco-friendly transportation option, contributing to cleaner air and a healthier planet. However, it's important to acknowledge that electric vehicles are not without their drawbacks. The initial cost can be a deterrent, and some areas still lack the necessary charging infrastructure. Battery life and charging times are other factors that potential electric vehicle owners need to consider. But despite these challenges, the benefits of electric vehicles are compelling. They offer an exciting glimpse into the future of transportation, one that is greener, more efficient, and potentially more cost-effective. Electric vehicles are not just a passing trend. They represent a significant shift in the automotive industry, a move towards sustainable and responsible transportation. Governments and automakers around the world are investing heavily in electric vehicle technology and infrastructure, signaling a strong commitment to this transition. In the end, the choice between an electric vehicle and a traditional one will depend on your individual needs and circumstances. You might prioritize cost, maintenance, environmental impact, or a combination of these factors. But one thing's for sure: Electric vehicles are here to stay, and they're changing the automotive landscape in exciting ways.